Full credit goes to Manuel for designing this farm and showcasing it to me. He's the one who chose to share this design and for me to make a video about it. If you want to see the full farm, you should definitely do /visit Manuel in game. That is his IGN on the screen. The admins have failed to stop us, even after all the nerfs they did to the garden. I'm here to show you a brand new, never before seen wheat, carrot, and potato AFK farm design, which works with only 2 buttons and without any teleport pads. And it's the most compact design space-wise if you do choose to build it. We have no time to waste, let me first showcase how the farm is supposed to work. Now I'm going to showcase the farm design by using the farming keyboard. As you can see, I have a foot cam, so you can see the epic keyboard on the floor and my feet. Of course, I wear socks indoors. Yes, I am weird. First of all, when you want to farm this, you should set your speed to 310 on your rancher's boots. I've already done this, so we don't need to do it right now. After that, you should get an aspect of the end to teleport you to the middle of this block where the vines are. So if you just right click on this, the aspect of the end will teleport you to the middle of the block. Then I'm just going to put the aspect of the end away because we don't want to bother with it. Then I'm going to use the pitch and yaw tools on any U or Sky Honey, whatever mod you use, to set my pitch and yaw to 0, 0, both of them, because we want the perfect angle. And after this, I'm going to type /set spawn in chat, so my spawn is set. And after that, we just have to do our binds in the controls, so we can use the farming keyboard for this. I've already done this, but attack and destroy should be on the second key on the farming keyboard, so basically the second key. Then we want to go to the movement. Strafe left should be on the first key. This is basically A, just means going to the left. And then the toggle sneak mod that we use, this is the vanilla sneak mod made by Queso, so you can use it and you'll be safe. I binded it to the last key on my farming keyboard. And after we set up everything correctly, we're gonna press the 4th key on the farming keyboard, which will sneak us. So as you can see, we are currently sneaked, and this is on toggle sneak. And after this, we can just hold 2 keys up front on the farming keyboard. And as you can see, the farm is currently being farmed with just 2 keys. And now, while we do this, you can literally just sit on your phone, watch a movie while you chill. You don't need to use the farming keyboard. This is just something that I use personally. If you want to get your farming keyboard today, you should go to 23lives.net. That is my website where I sell farming keyboards for 15 bucks a pop. Just go get it. It's literally cheaper than on Amazon, and you'll get it quick to your door. It ships anywhere in the world. Go order yours today. And now I'm just gonna push back the keyboard. Actually, I'll just keep it inside of the camera so you guys can see. And this repeats once we reach the end. As you can see, we fell into the void and we switched to the second layer. And this is how the AFK design works. It's really lovely. It works with only 2 keys if you use the toggle sneak mod. Of course, if you don't feel comfortable with using mods, you can always just hold the 3rd key, but this is the best. And toggle sneak is not bannable on Hypixel, so you can always just use the mod if you want. And now we just keep farming the wheat on the second layer. Of course, when we fall into the void, we're gonna get switched back to the 3rd layer, and this repeats once we reach to the end. And now we gotta fall onto the second layer. As you can see, we start from the second and then we fall onto the 3rd, and this is completely AFK. I am only holding 2 buttons. You can see my second foot is next to the keyboard, my first foot just sits on the farming keyboard, and I'm currently just sitting on my phone waiting for this to record. And there we go, we fell once again, switched to the 4th layer after we fell into the void again on the 3rd, and we're reaching the last layer on the bottom. Just we have 1 more layer to farm, and then I'll show you how the farm switches from the bottom to the top. And then once again we reach the end, we fall into the void and we get teleported onto the last layer. As you can see, just watch, we slowly just go all the way to the end. And this is the last layer, and once we reach the end, we're just gonna get teleported back up and we can keep farming. And then for the last layer, we just fall off, of course. We're gonna get pushed onto the back of the farm because of this, and the vines that we have at the start will bring us up because we're gonna climb them and get back on top. This is the smartest thing ever, just look. And then using the vines from there, you just climb up on top, and then you get back onto the top layer of the farm, and the loop repeats. And I was using the farming keyboard the entire time. If you guys want to get your farming keyboard today so you can AFK farm with this design, just please go order now on 23lives.net. That is my website. Check it out, and let's actually start explaining and building this farm. Of course, as you just saw, for this farm you're gonna need to either sneak yourself and hold the sneak button, or you're just gonna have to download the toggle sneak mod. I personally just use Queso's toggle sneak mod. You can download it yourself on his GitHub. I will put the link in the description if you want it. You should use this on 1.8.9 only. If you play on higher versions, you just have toggle sneak as a vanilla feature of Minecraft. Keep in mind that this mod won't shift in GUI, so if I toggle sneak and then I open the Skyblock menu, the sneak will disable, so you'll not get banned by the Watchdog anti-cheat, and it's completely fine to use. So you either have to hold an extra key, which would make this farm 3 keys, or if you farm on a higher version of Minecraft, you have toggle sneak by default in the controls menu, or just get the toggle sneak mod in the description, and then you're done. The plot setup for this farm is very important, because if you don't use the right cardinal points or plot setups, this farm will not, because if you don't build the farm facing east to west or west to east, the farm will not work. Basically, these are the only plots that you can fit the farm in. Don't try to use any other setups, just only use these rows, or else the farm will not work. Also, don't worry about buying multiple rows of plots to build more farms. You can fit multiple farms in just one plot, as these farms are very narrow, and you can fit up to 3 or 4 in just one plot. So if you want to get all of the crops in just one plot, meaning if you want to get a farm for wheat, carrots, and potatoes, you can do that in just one row of plots. But remember, you are only supposed to build a farm facing east or west, and only use the setups that I showed you before for the plots. Don't buy any other plots for the farms. For this farm tutorial, I went to the trouble of recording myself while I built the farm from scratch, and after that I edited the whole thing so you can follow along while I build it, and you can build it at the same time with the video. If you don't like that and you just want to get a hologram of the farm on your garden and you think that is easier for you to follow, then just install Litematica with the guide that I made in this video, and then get the schematic download in the description, and you can build the farm yourself without having to watch my video. It's up to you, but you have both methods and you can choose to do whatever you want. For example, if your PC can't handle Litematica and it crashes, then you can just follow the manual guide. Either way, just skip to the chapters of the video that you want to follow. For example, just choose the Litematica chapter install and then the Litematica schematic download chapter and just watch that. But if you want to build the farm manually, then just skip to the building of the farm in the video. And now, let me show you how you can get a hologram for the farm, so you can build it on your garden. We're going to use the Litematica mod, just like the last Mega Farm tutorial I did. Please keep in mind that Litematica is totally different from Schematica, and Litematica is safe to use on Hypixel, as it has no printer feature, which can get you banned. If you're watching this, and you already have Litematica ready to go for my last Mega Farm guide, skip to the next chapter of the video. Keep in mind that you will need the official Minecraft launcher in order to install this. Please download it from Minecraft.net or from the Microsoft Store. You'll first need to download 4 things, all of which you'll have the link in the description for. First is the Fabric installer. This is just a mod loader like Forge. After that, you'll need the Fabric API. Click on the download button to the left side of the page to download the mod. Then you'll need the actual Litematica mod. For this website, you want to click on the arrow next to the install button and click download. That's gonna give us the mod directly. And for the last thing, we need to download Malilib. This is needed for Litematica to work. Repeat the same download steps as for the Litematica mod. After you gathered all of your downloads on the desktop, I want you to click on the Fabric installer. You don't need to change any of the settings in this menu. Just click on the install button and wait for it to finish. After that, open up the Minecraft launcher. You should have a Fabric profile created automatically, but we don't want to use it as it will reset your other profile settings if you use the Minecraft launcher, meaning you'll lose the configurations if you play Forge 1.8.9 with mods. To fix this, click on Installations. Delete the profile created by Fabric. After that, click on New Installation, name it however you like. Select the Fabric installation for the version, and click on the Browse button for the game directory. You'll have to pick a spot for you to install this. Just choose anything besides your .minecraft folder. After all of this, go back to the Play section, select your new profile, and click Play. This will make you a new Minecraft install in your chosen folder, and after the game starts up, close it. We will still have to place the mods and the schematics in the installation directory. To do this, go to the folder that you chose for the installation earlier. If you somehow forgot it, go to the Installations tab in the Minecraft launcher, and then click on the folder icon next to the Fabric profile. Now, just take your free mod files, Litematica, Forge API, and Malilib, copy them in the mods folder, and then create a folder named Schematics in the installation directory. There are 2 schematics in the description of this video. The first one is the demo AFK crop farm, which is just the demo version that I built on my island. This schematic is just there in case you want to build it yourself or just to look at the small details in the farm. You can find this fully built on my garden. It's only a small version of the actual farm, so don't build it yourself if you want to farm it. It's not going to be infinite. It's just there so you can understand how the farm works. After that, you have the second schematic, which is the full AFK crop farm. This is the actual schematic that you want if you want to build a farm. So you should just download the full AFK crop farm schematic, don't download the demo one. But if you do want the miniature version of the farm, if you didn't understand how it works, but you have some questions and you didn't find the answer for them, you can just use the demo AFK crop farm schematic and you can look through it. Besides that, you should only use the full AFK crop farm schematic. You'll have the download link in the description for both of them. Now you just have to go on your garden, find a spot on the plots that you can paste the schematic to. So now I will just angle myself on this block. I will press M on my keyboard, which will open the Litematica menu. After that, you want to click on load schematics. And if you dropped the schematics into the schematics folder, you will see them right here. So I'm going to load the full AFK crop farm schematic. I'm going to click on this button. And after we clicked load, as you can see, the farm fully loaded and we can just start building from it. This is the exact same design as the wheat farm that I just built for the manual building section of this video. But the only difference is that it uses quartz as full blocks and the glass isn't normal, it's white stained glass. Now I'm going to show you a quick trick that you can use. And this trick will allow you to load one layer at the time of the farm, so you can easily build it one layer at a time, and this should help you tremendously with building this complicated design. So to do this, you're gonna first have to hold M and page up, just click it once, and the layering mode should change. You can see that on the stats bar that is displayed on Hypixel Skyblock. You will see it quickly change to something that Litematica says. It will change the layer mode and you want to select it to all below. And after that, you're going to have to press page up about 70 times. And that's because it will move the max layer from Y0 to Y70. The bedrock level on the garden is very high. It's not at Y0, it's at Y70 or so. And because of this, you have to click page up about 70 times. But after you do, you're going to see that the schematic will load in the first layer. And after that, you can click page up or page down to go one layer up or one layer below. If you want to go up, you're going to press, of course, page up. And if you want to go below, you got to press page down. And this is how you can render one layer at a time. This should help you very much while building the farm. And I highly recommend you use this rather than just having the whole farm displayed at one time. Now that we actually want to build this farm, we have to build the middle design of the farm first, and then we can use that middle design to paste the farm all over the 5 plots. And after we paste the farm all over the 5 plots, we can modify the first blocks on the first plot that are changed in the design, that have the beds and the whole AFK mechanism. And of course, we gotta modify the end blocks in the farm so you can fall in the void and respawn on the second layer in the end plot. And now that we actually want to build the middle plot, we just have to skip one row first. This row we're not gonna use at all, it will just be empty. The second row should have a full row of glass like this. After that, this row will be water, but first we gotta add the third row, which will be dirt. So I'm just gonna put my infinity dirt wand in the builder ruler and do a row of dirt, followed by 4 more, so 5 in total. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 blocks deep. And then you want to add the water in right here. I suggest you get a block to stop the water from flowing and do the same thing on the edge of the plot. The water flowing out of the plot issue is going to be fixed when you actually paste the farm all the way to the end, and it will solve by itself completely. So now we're just going to get our Prisma pump, put the Prisma pump right here. The water goes all the way to the end of the plot. And now I'm just going to use a whole greatest tilling. You can use the grate or grater, it works, they both work, but I'm just going to use the greatest and just till the soil. And then we want to leave another row just empty. This is going to be another water row, but it's going to flow from the top. So we just want to leave this empty for now. And then you have to add 1 row of full blocks. This cannot be glass, but choose any block. It doesn't matter. Just use a solid block. This is the first layer done in the plot. Now we're going to move on to the second layer. So now we just built one basic stack of the farm, but we have to add the trapdoors so we can repeat this process. So just follow me like this. We want to use another infinity dirt wand builder ruler so we can add some temporary blocks right here. You can use any solid blocks, but the cheapest one and the best one is dirt. So just use an infinity dirt wand, place some dirt right here. After that, get your trapdoors. You're gonna need a bunch of trapdoors for this build, so just get a bunch of trapdoors. And then you just want to go around and place them like this. This is how you're supposed to do it. Keep in mind that placing trapdoors on glass is not possible. So if I just show you right here, if I try to place trapdoors on glass, it does not work. This is why you need the temporary blocks. Now we're going to use the builder ruler again to remove this layer right here. And now, as you can see, we just have floating trapdoors. This is what we want. We can now add the second stack of glass on this side. Now we're going to get 2 full blocks and just place them right here. And after this, get a third one, place it again, because we're going to block the water that is going to flow out. This is the same thing as on the bottom side. This will block the water from flowing because we're going to add dirt in, and then we're going to add the glass, of course, and this will block the water. Now, of course, you're going to need some temporary blocks again. I'm just going to use some bricks for this side. And then get our ruler, put an infinity dirt wand into it, and then just right click 5 times. And again, the dirt just got placed. I removed the 5 blocks. I'm gonna use my greatest tilling hoe again to till this dirt and do the same thing on the top. Now I removed the infinity dirt wand. I'm gonna use the ruler again to place the third glass stack. And now we just want to get our prisma pump. And the water was placed on this side. We got the glass placed, got the tilled farmland ready to be planted. Of course, we gotta add more water on this side, but we gotta do this side first, and then we can add the flowing water from the top to the bottom. So yeah, we just gotta repeat the same thing. I'm gonna add the infinity dirt wand, place temporary blocks, get my trapdoors. Now the trapdoors are placed, we're gonna remove the temporary blocks, right click with the builder ruler while shifting, and the blocks got removed. We're gonna place more glass on this side, and the third layer is almost finished. We gotta, of course, add the blockade. Of course, we're gonna add the blockade right here for the water. Then some more temporary blocks to place the dirt on the third layer with the builder ruler like this. Of course, I'm gonna go on the other side as well this time. Don't forget to place the blockades on both sides so the water doesn't leak. Break the middle blocks because you don't want that. And then I'm gonna use the prisma pump again for the water. And there we go, the water goes all the way over to that side. And again, temporary blocks. I'm gonna get the iron trapdoors ready. Just place the trapdoors, added the temporary block again. Then we're gonna add the glass, I just placed it. And now we gotta go all the way to the other side. Don't forget the blockade on this side so the water doesn't leak. Just like that. Break this block. And I'll just do the dirt from this side because I'm too lazy to go over there. Get my ruler, put the wand in, and then right click on top. The dirt gets placed. Remove the temporary blocks, and then till this back. Now again, I'm gonna use the prisma pump. And then we have 4 layers so far. We just have to do another one and we're done. And again, temporary blocks. I'm gonna place the trapdoors now. I just finished placing the trapdoors on this side, the blockade of course. I'm gonna add the glass now, but I'm probably just gonna skip this for you because you already know what to do, and yeah, this is pretty boring. Let me just do it right now. So after you finish the 5th layer of this farm, and you just did all of these stacks like this, you're gonna want to add 1 block on this side to block the water from flowing down. Also go on the other side and do the same thing. So just add a block like this. And then we have to add the top row for these blocks because we're gonna add a row of water right here. So to do this, you just want to go 1 block below. You can just place a block here. We can till the soil back. And then go 2 blocks on this side. Break the 2 extra blocks that we just placed and then leave this one floating. And with the ruler, we're gonna add some bricks in here, remove the dirt wand, and then right click on top of this. And we have a full row of stone bricks or whatever solid block you chose earlier, and then we can just remove the bottom block. Of course, we want to do the same thing by blocking the water from flowing on this side, and then going and doing the same thing on the top. So just like this, we gotta block the water from flowing on top from this side as well. And now you have 2 choices on how you want to place this water. You can either do it painfully by hand and just going around getting buckets, or using a magical water bucket and just placing water. That also works, but I recommend that you just do it like me. So you want to go 2 blocks below the top block right here. So 1, 2, and then you want to place a block right here below, and then break the 2 that you just placed. And then you want to get your ruler, put an infinity dirt wand in, right click on top of this block without shifting, and this will place some blocks. And because of these blocks, you can use a prisma pump just like this to place the water, and it will work, and the water will get fully placed without you having to do anything. And then we just go back here, break this block, go with the ruler, and then shift right click on top of this row, and the water will flow down. Of course, water flowing has been disabled because the water flows at the same time, so just give it a couple minutes and the water flow will be re-enabled. And the water will flow down to all of the layers right here, and you will see that the soil is starting to be hydrated on this last layer as well. Now that we finally built this is the middle section done. You can save this as a preset, and this is what we're going to do right now. So I'm just going to do /desk, go to configure plots. I'm going to get the middle plot right here, semi-AFK farms 2. This is the plot we're on right now. And now I'm going to click on the save preset button and then enter the name AFK crop farm mid. I'll just give it the wheat icon, and yeah, there you go. We just saved this as a preset. Now we're gonna start pasting this preset that we just made on all of the other semi-AFK farm plots that we just unlocked. And as you can see, the farm just started pasting. But yeah, I will just get this farm pasted all over the 5 plots, and then I will show you how you're supposed to do the start and end designs on the start and end plots. Now I'm gonna show you how you're supposed to do the bed setup for the start of the farm. First, you want to count 4 blocks starting from the edge right here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the 4th block. You're going to take some temporary blocks, stone bricks work for this, and we're just going to block the water on this side. Use the full blocks right here on the side to place the actual blocks. Don't use the trapdoors, don't click on them because it's not going to work. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to break the glass, put a block there. Also, on this side, you're supposed to place this full row of blocks just like this. So yeah, just have a full row of blocks, and then you're going to remove the top water by placing some blocks, and it will fall all the way down. And this is how you remove the water on the back side. Now I'm just going to take a bucket. I already did this on the front, but I'm going to do it again here. So you want to use the bucket to pick up the water in all of the blocks. And this is how you can remove the water without using any extra blocks. Again, place the block. I'm going to go on this side, remove the water using the bucket, and then do the same thing on the last 2 layers right here. And now that we drained the water on this side and blocked the other water from leaking, we're going to have to break all of the 4 blocks right here, but don't break the blockade. So you just want to break the glass on this side, the 4 blocks, the trap doors, and you want to break the dirt in here as well. So I'm just going to take my shovel, dig out 4 blocks like this, do the same thing on the bottom, and then just repeat breaking the dirt until you just reach the last layer like this. Now we just broke the dirt. I'm going to break the blocks on this side as well. So let me just get rid of the blocks. And now you can also remove the middle blocks in this. Just leave the top and bottom one. And then you want to go and remove the trapdoors. Leave the water blockades, as you can see, because if you break them, it will leak. So just leave them like that and break the trapdoors. And then for the glass, I'm just gonna shift right click with the builder ruler to remove the glass. Do this again over here. And just repeat this until we reach the bottom. And now that we removed every block that we needed, this is how the farm is supposed to look like now. And now, the first thing that you want to do after you broke all the blocks, you want to change this to whatever block you used to till the dirt. And you want to add another one on the side like this, and then 3 more here. So this should be 5 blocks wide. And after this, you just have to till the soil, and it should look like this. Remember, it should be 5 blocks wide. Now we're going to get some solid blocks, and we're just going to place 1 block on this side, next to the dirt that we just added. Then we're going to add 1 glass block next to the block right here that blocks the water on the bottom layer, just like that. And then we want to use more full blocks. I'm just going to use bricks again to go all the way to the edge right here. So this is basically just 1 row starting from this glass right here and ending. Now you just want to break this temporary block for the water blockade. The water will leak, but we're going to get a sign. And after we remove this block, we're just going to place a sign right here. This will block the water. This is exactly what we want. We want the water to be blocked again. And then just place another water source right here. Don't use a Prisma pump. You have to use only 1 water source or 1 water bucket on this last block. And now next to this block, we're going to add 4 more dirt blocks just like this. Of course, you have to till these blocks because we're going to plant some crops on them. And then we just have to add another row of blocks until it reaches the tilled soil that we just added. Water source on this block, and it should stop flowing right before the final block. This is good. This is exactly what we want. It's up to you, but you should remove this block because it's useless basically. You just want to leave this last block where the water is final. And then you have to add vines right on here. So I'm just going to go get some vines. Now we just need to place 1 vine right here after the water. The water shouldn't reach the vine. It should be on the last block like this, and yeah, it just looks like that. This is just the bottom layer done. We still have a bunch more stuff to build, but yeah, let's continue. For the second stack of blocks on this side, we need some cake because this block is going to help us with the farm movement. I don't know why, but it works, so we're going to need to craft it. You can either quick craft some cake with eggs, wheat, sugar, and milk buckets, or you can craft them like this. This is the recipe for the cake craft if you don't have a rank, so yeah. We're just going to get 3 cakes. This is how many we need. And there we go. I just crafted 3. You're only going to need 3 for this build. Now we're going to continue the build. After we crafted the cakes, we're going to place 1 glass block right here. And after this block, we're supposed to place 4 full blocks of packed ice. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is packed ice, not normal ice. Don't use normal ice. You need packed. So just craft some or either buy it from the builder. After that, we need to get 1 of the cakes that we just crafted and just place it on this block. And after the cake, we need 1 more packed ice and then 2 full blocks on this side. So this is how the row is supposed to look like. Just 1 full block next to the vine, 4 packed ice blocks, 1 cake, another packed ice, and then 2 full blocks. Now we need some temporary blocks next to the packed ice so we can place some trapdoors. So for this, I'm just going to use my ruler with an infiniter wand, right click on top of the stone bricks on this side. There we go, we got the dirt, and after this, we gotta get our trapdoors and place them on that side. And also, you're gonna need to place one next to the cake, forgot about that. Just do 5 trapdoors, starting from the cake and ending on the last starter block where the water ends. This is now the second row done. We can move on to the next one. Things are gonna get way more complicated starting from now. We want to place a temporary block on this side, and after we place this block, we want to right click on top of it with an infiniter wand and a ruler so we can get back this dirt where we broke it. After this, I'm just gonna get my hoe so we can till the soil again. This needs to be placed back. Then we need 3 more blocks starting from this side, so we just right click on top of this. The ruler is gonna make a row of blocks all the way to the end of the plot, but we can just shift click on top of the 4th block on this side, and then we remove the blocks that we don't need. After this, we're gonna till the blocks, of course, and it should look like this. After this, we need to break this block right here. We're gonna get a couple of signs so we can place a sign on top of the cake while we shift, just like this. We want an empty sign. You don't need to type anything in it, just leave it empty. And after that, we need to place one more sign on this block, followed by a full block on this side, more glass next to it, and then we need to place another sign on this block right here. Then we're gonna add some vines on the bottom layer on this side, and then we're gonna stop putting vines down because we're gonna place a full row all the way to the top. This pillar of blocks is needed because we're going to place a bunch of wooden trapdoors that are going to be in the design. So we're not going to place and because of this, we're not going to place the vines until we finish the actual design. This is the last step. So just leave the 2 vines on the top right here. And now we just want to place a wooden trapdoor on this side. Click on it so it faces this way like this. If it's raised, it's good. And then you can break the block right next to it, leave it empty. That's perfect. Now we need to add the side blocks over here. So we want to put 1 block on the top. Now we want to add the side blocks next to the trapdoors. So we want to put 1 block right here. Then we go another block up. After that, we break the middle block on this side. And then we just go all the way until we reach the end of the trapdoors. And then we want to add 3 signs on these blocks on the middle. So 1 sign goes here, a second goes in there, and the 3rd goes right there. Then we have 2 more blocks to place right next to the ones that we just placed next to the trapdoors. So we go 2 more blocks on this side. You need more signs for these blocks as well, so another sign here and another sign here. And then you want to break the temporary block that we added right here. So I'm going to break that. I'm going to get my hoe of greatest tilling, till that soil, and after that I want to add another full block on this side. Then we're going to need 2 water buckets so we can place water sources that are going to flow down. You only want to use 1 water source for this. You don't want to use a Prisma pump because the Prisma pump places multiple water sources and this will not work for the AFK design. And then you want to place more water on the packed ice on the 2nd block just like this. So the water goes in here and you want it to go from the right to the left side. Now we can finally break the blockade block that we left in here. And then we need to add a trapdoor back into this place. So you might want to just break this glass block and then place a stone brick. Place the trapdoor on this block right there. Then break the block and then just place the glass back. And that's how you place the trapdoor on that side. We're done with this side, but we still have more to build. Alright, let's continue. So we have 2 blocks to place on this side. So just 1 goes on top of this and then 1 goes right here. You're going to add a sign on this block like this. And then you want to break the sign really quick and place a full block. Just like that. If the water leaks, that shouldn't be an issue because it will just go away. So don't worry about that. And then you want to get a bed and just place it on this side. Get another sign because we broke the first one, remember? We're going to break this full block, replace it with a sign. And just like that, that is exactly what we want to do. So 3 signs floating with the bed on that side. This block doesn't need to be broken, just leave it as is. And yeah, you're good. After that, we're going to need to place a trapdoor, which is going to be floating. So we need to place 2 full blocks like this. We're going to get our wooden trapdoors, place them on the bottom block. Click on it so it goes up. And after that, we can break the 2 blocks. Now we're going to place a full block here. I know it's supposed to be glass, but we're going to place the iron trapdoor in the first place so we don't have to break the glass again. So just place a full block, place the trapdoor under the blockade, and then break this block, place some glass, and then a full block on this side. Then we need some more iron trapdoors because we're going to place more. Just place 2 trapdoors on these blocks right here, followed by more trapdoors under the water. So we're going to place some temporary blocks, get some trapdoors on this side. Then we're going to break this with a pickaxe. And then we're gonna tilt this dirt back. So the trapdoor should form an L shape, like just like this. And then we need to add one more. So we're gonna put another block here. A trapdoor goes on this side. And then we're gonna break this with a golden pickaxe. This is how we want it to look. Now that we're gonna continue with this, I'm gonna right click on top of this block with the builder ruler, not shifting, so we can add more dirt in. Of course, we're gonna till it. And then of course you want to break this block so there's only 5 rows of dirt like this. Then you're gonna add a temporary block using the trapdoors that we just placed on the layer below. So shift and then right click on this side. And after this you just want to right click using the ruler so you can add some dirt. You want to go 4 blocks forward, and on the 5th one you want to right click and then remove the other blocks. And then just remove the stone brick or whatever temporary block you used. Till the soil. And yeah, that's how we want it to look. Again, another full block goes on this side. Just right click on top and add another block. Of course, we want to break this sign as well. Add a temporary block on this side. Get a bread from our inventory. Right click on top, so we add it right here. Break the temporary block. Put the sign back. And yeah, you're done. Of course, we shouldn't forget the trapdoor, which goes on that side. Just place the trapdoor like that. Then we want to add another row of stone blocks or whatever you want to use. I'm just going to put a temporary block here and then just click until we reach the bed. Add this row of blocks. Break this. Also, we want to remove the extra blocks in here if we placed the trapdoors. If you didn't place the trapdoor, don't remove the block until you do. Also, you want to add the full block on this side. Don't forget the glass to the side. Now get ready to place some more signs. I just crafted some fresh signs because we're going to place a lot of them during this build. So yeah, one sign should go on this side next to the water blockade because we're going to remove this soon. We can just do it now actually, and don't forget to place a full water source on this side. I'm just going to get some water from there. So just place a full water source using your water bucket or whatever water source you have, and then just fill that up. Now we have 3 more signs to place. 2 should go on the blocks next to the trapdoor, and then 1 should go on the dirt above the bottom trapdoor. Another full water source needs to be added, so I'm just gonna grab some water right here. And then I'm gonna put the water here. The water should go this way, and yeah, that is exactly how we want it. And after all that, we're almost done. We can continue with the top layer. We're gonna have to add another bed, so I'm just gonna quickly break the sign, put a block here, get a couple of beds from my chest because I crafted them earlier, put the bed, break the temporary block, get another sign to place on the dirt right here, and then we got the bed placed. Let's not forget about the trapdoors. We're gonna need some iron trapdoors, so we can add 1 right here. Just get another temporary block over here so you can place the trapdoor without having any issues because of the glass, and then you can break it, get some glass, put it on this side. And then you can get some glass, put it right here, get another full block on this side. And this time you're actually just going to do an L shape. So you just need 2 trapdoors on this side, and then you want to use some temporary blocks again. 2 more trapdoors on that. Remove this with a builder ruler or whatever you want. Till the soil back. And yeah, you just need a simple L shape this time. No extra trapdoor on this side. Another full block goes next to the water that flows down from here. And we're done with this as well. We still have 2 more layers to go and we're almost done. I'm going to add the full block on this side. Of course, we're going to follow that by adding glass in. After we added the glass and the full blocks on that side, we're going to place back the dirt that we removed earlier. So I'm just going to right click on top of that. Then I'm going to use the whole various tilling for it. Of course, we're going to remove one of the tilled soil, so you can just break it actually. Don't use the ruler for that, my bad. Place a temporary block on this side. Ruler. Remove the dirt by shift right clicking. Just leave 3 blocks of dirt starting from this. So you want to count 1, 2, and 3 and then remove the extras. So the last block should be after the trapdoor L shape ended. After this, just till the soil again. And don't forget to remove the temporary block and till the soil on this side as well. Another wooden trapdoor should be placed on this side just like that. Followed by a sign, and also break the blockade. And get a water bucket so we can place the water back, and it should be just like that. We need more blocks on the side, so another temporary block goes here. We add 3 more blocks until we reach the bed. Break the temporary block, of course, and then 2 more signs on this side, followed by another water source, which I'm just gonna grab from here. Goes on that side, and it just flows. That's how we need it to be, and it just flows like this. That's how we want it to be, just like the bottom layers. Another full block goes on this side. Perfect. Of course, we're going to need to break 1 sign. Place a block. Get the bed. Place the bed on this side. Break that. And then we want to add another sign in before the water leaks. If it does leak, that's no issue because it's just going to go back to normal after you patch it up. Then another full block on this side. Then full block on this side so we can add the trapdoor on the bottom. Then we can break this block, just get some more glass, right click on top of it. Other block should be full. Then we're gonna add another trapdoor next to it. Another full block goes in here. And we're done with this as well. I'm gonna break the temporary blocks that we also left for the trapdoors on this side up until the last trapdoor. Leave those two in here. And now we just have to add 2 more temporary blocks on this side, get our ruler with the infinity dirt wand, right click on top of it, remove the extra dirt on this side, we don't need any of that. Then we want to, of course, till the soil, just like that. Add another block on here. You want this corner to be just like this, so add a block on this side. Don't forget to remove the temporary blocks and also till the soil on the bottom layer because we don't want to leave it like this. Of course, we're gonna need to add a wooden trapdoor on this side because I told you to leave the blocks on this side. And this is the last one, so you can just break them and the temporary blocks are gone. And this is the time you can add the glass in. Don't break the water barricade just yet because we're gonna need to place a sign in here and do some other stuff. So just get another glass block or any temporary block, place a full block on this side, break the extra blocks that you added in. There should be a sign on this block like this. So just leave a sign on the trapdoor. Then we're gonna get a water bucket, just one water source, put it on this. The water shouldn't leak, it should just be like this. After this, we gotta add another full block, so just one temporary block. This is the actual block that we want to leave. Break that. Put another sign down here, and another sign should be placed on the dirt like this. Just break the glass, put a temporary block in there. You want to get a wooden trapdoor, face it on that side, right click on it so it goes up, and then you want to get your glass in quick because we're gonna break this temporary block and replace it back with glass, just like that. And after this, we only need to add one more bed in and we're done with the farm. So just break the sign right here. Also, you're gonna need to break this one as well. Get the stone bricks, add the bed in, the last bed. After this, you're gonna need to break the temporary block, so just do that. Put the sign on the dirt, put the other sign on the block right here, and you added the last bed. One more block should be added on this side. And the last thing to do now is you need to add the vines. So if you removed all the temporary blocks from placing the trapdoors, you should just place the vines like this. And just like that, the start of the farm is completely done. You don't need to do anything else. You still shouldn't plant the farm because we still have to do the end of the farm, which is very easy compared to the start. You only need to do the end, which is going to be really easy. So stick around. We're going to do the end of the farm now. So after all the pain of building the start of the farm, the end of it is the easiest part to build. You'll probably do it in 5 minutes. You're gonna need to change a couple of blocks in here and add some extra vines and stuff because of the design itself. You're gonna need to use a toggle sneak mod or just sneak yourself while you farm it. And because of that, it's impossible to fall off, except if you add some extra blocks in here at the end. So this is what I'm gonna show you. First of all, we just want to get our normal cake and just place one right here. This is the only change that you need to do. No extra blocks, just add a cake. For the top side, we want to remove 2 water source blocks. So just use a bucket to remove the water. Even if it leaks a bit, that's no issue. And after that, you want to remove 2 trapdoors. We're going to add a sign on this side so it blocks the water from flowing. And then on the second block on this side, we're going to break it. And we're going to replace it with a stone brick or whatever full block you want to use, followed by just vines. So just place a vine block on the full block. And when you shift and just go up on this side, you're going to go and fall. Even if you shift, it works. Now, the other setups are pretty simple. You want to add a sign on the second block, followed by getting a water bucket so you can remove the water source on this. Then just remove the middle. Then just remove the one trapdoor from this. Leave the other trapdoor to be in there. And then you're going to want to break this glass block on this side and add a vine. Of course, we're going to repeat the same thing right here. Remove the water source, get a quick sign so we can just add it in this side. Then we're going to break this glass and place some vines. Also, you should be careful with the water leaks because if the water leaks and you don't place a sign fast enough, the vines are going to break. So just be careful with that. And then for the top side, we're going to break this glass block right here, put 2 full blocks on this side. And after that, we're just going to get a quick sign so we can block the water. Of course, we're going to remove the water source on this block. After this, we're going to break the trapdoor. We're only going to place a vine on the bottom block. Don't place a vine on the top block. And after that, you want to place a temporary block to the side. Get an iron trapdoor, place it right here. Then you want to break the temporary block. Use the hoe to till. And then just leave this row to be dirt only. And after all that, we're done. It was pretty quick, just doing the inside of the farm. The start side of the farm is actually paint build. But after that, you have a fully working inside of the plot. And now for the easiest part yet, we want to get a full basket of seeds or whatever crop you want to plant. For me, it's just going to be wheat seeds because I'm going to be farming wheat in this farm. So just get your basket of seeds and start planting the crops. You should start to plant the crops from the backside of the farm because this is going to be the easiest method for you to plant, as you're not going to have to go in between the water systems and the AFK design. It's just easier for you to go in the back and plant it from here. You should also pay attention to the number of seeds that you have in your basket of seeds because I've used up all the seeds and I've only planted 2 layers, so you're probably going to need 3 full basket of seeds to fully plant this farm if we're talking 5 plots, so I'm going to go get more seeds. There we go, I got another full basket of seeds. I farmed some wheat so I can get more seeds. Now I'm going to return to the back of the farm and keep planting. If you didn't know this already, the basket of seeds does have a limit on how many plots can be planted at one time, and because of this, you'll probably see that the basket of seeds failed to plant the whole rows all the way to the start of the farm, and it will go at most 2 plots at max. You should double check on how far the crops have planted. For me, this was around the 2nd plot out of all the 5 plots, so I'm gonna continue to plant this from the side. Also, I just fixed the hole that I made because the basket of seeds ran out of seeds and I didn't check it. I'm gonna go get even more seeds and then I will plant the rest of the farm. I'm just gonna go fill up this basket of seeds with wheat seeds again and then we can plant the rest of the farm. And now I got even more seeds in my basket of seeds. I'm gonna try to plant these starting from this. So the first plot is currently being planted from the other side because I just planted it from the middle because I can reach it anywhere I want. But the other layers, I'm just going to try and plant them from here because the end side of the farm won't work for this as it's already planted. So I'm just going to use my basket of seeds again and double check the seeds again. We should have enough for the layers right here. So I'm just going to do it like this. Planted that. Ran out of seeds again. I'm gonna go get even more because the last 2 layers aren't planted, so we need more seeds for those. Got another full basket of seeds with wheat seeds again. I'm just gonna go back to the start of the farm so we can plant the bottom 2 layers that are left. Also, you should plant the extra rows on the side right here. These are just added so they can increase your BPS while you change rows. So just plant those as well. And now I'm gonna reach in through the beds, just go about here and plant the remaining crops also on the bottom layer. And just like that, the whole farm should be planted. If we look through here, we can see all of the crops are planted. So we can finally just sit back and enjoy the 2-key farming. But first I'm gonna wait for the crops to grow in the farm and then I'm gonna start fully farming it. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, you'll definitely like this video as well. It's a full crop tier list on every crop that is the best for coins and XP. Thank you for watching again and have a great rest of your day.